Congratulations to all Pi network pioneers around the world. Today, what I'm about to share could completely change the way you look at the future of money. This isn't just another story about digital coins or another passing crypto trend. What's happening right now is something far bigger, a movement that's shifting economic power from institutions to ordinary people. And it's happening faster than most realize. Picture this for a second. 2,250 years of Chinese history contain a lesson that perfectly predicted this moment. A single decision made by an emperor centuries ago laid the foundation for long-lasting economic stability. Now, that same principle is echoing again, but this time, it's happening through technology, through Pi network, and through the power of people. In the past few months, something extraordinary has unfolded. Governments are taking notice. Businesses are stepping in. Communities are organizing at a global level. And many people, still caught up in the usual noise of meme coins and speculative markets, are missing this entirely. But you're not going to be one of them. Because today, I'm going to walk you through exactly why Pi Network's Global Consensus Value Movement, or GCV, is turning into one of the most important economic shifts of our time. Let's start with a moment that stunned the entire crypto space. In Bangkok, Thai government officials took a public step that no one saw coming. They didn't just observe from a distance, they voiced open support for the GCV Industry Alliance. This wasn't some behind-the-scenes discussion or vague expression of interest. It was a clear and public endorsement, made during an official meeting with ambassadors and representatives of the GCV Alliance. Think about how significant that is. A national government openly expressing support for a decentralized currency movement that was built not by banks or corporations, but by millions of everyday people mining Pi on their phones. It's a moment that marks a turning point between traditional systems and the next generation of economic collaboration. Among those present were key figures from both the alliance and the government side, including Ms. Rungarun Manikot, the head GCV ambassador for Thailand, along with several ecosystem development ambassadors. Ms. Wantana Intrakayan, chair of GCV Industry Alliance Thailand, also played a major role in these discussions. Government officials listened as Ms. Lamari, chair of the GCV International Industry Alliance, explained how Thailand's participation represents more than just a partnership, it's a bold statement about innovation and economic openness. But here's the part that most people overlook: this didn't happen overnight. It took 3 years of consistent grassroots education, real-world implementation, and trust building for the Thai Pi community to earn that kind of respect. They demonstrated that Pi Network is not a passing idea or an empty promise. They showed its actual impact on trade and economic opportunity. Because of this initiative, Thai businesses now have access to more than 1 million products from China, with exporters accepting partial payments in Pi. Imagine the implications of that. Local entrepreneurs can lower costs, expand their trade opportunities, and reach new markets. What we're witnessing is a form of trade diplomacy powered not by traditional currencies, but by digital consensus value. Thailand isn't alone in this. Just next door, Vietnam made an equally powerful move that may have an even wider ripple effect. In October 2025, 100 major Vietnamese businesses officially joined the GCV Industry Alliance. And we're not talking about small startups or crypto enthusiasts, these are established businesses integrating GCV pricing into their daily operations. This alliance is led by Mr. Dao Duc Viet, the chair of Vietnam's GCV Industry Alliance, supported by a strong team of ambassadors including Ms. Nguyen Minut, Ms. Vidian, and Ms. Huang Lan. These are business leaders who understand that GCV isn't about speculation. It's about stability, predictability, and shared trust in value, something that traditional financial systems often fail to provide. The impact is already visible on the ground. One merchant in China who was struggling with stagnant sales joined the alliance. Soon after, he connected with buyers from another province and received over 100 new orders. Real business. Real products. Real money flow. That's what makes this different from the usual crypto hype, it's tangible. With Thailand and Vietnam leading the way, Southeast Asia is fast becoming a central hub for the GCV movement, showing the world how a digital currency can transform into a living, breathing economic system. And if you think this is a coincidence, history suggests otherwise. Over 2,000 years ago, China was divided into warring states. After more than 5 centuries of conflict, Emperor Qin Shi Huang unified those states into a single nation. But what truly cemented that unity was not just military victory, it was standardization. He standardized currency, measurements, and language. That decision became the foundation for more than 2 millennia of economic stability and national identity. Now, centuries later, Pi Network is doing something remarkably similar, but through technology. When Dr. Nicholas Kokkalis and Dr. Cheng Jiaofan launched Pi Network in 2019, they weren't creating just another coin. They were laying the groundwork for a unified global currency standard built through blockchain and human consensus, not war or force. This vision aligns with ideas proposed by economists like Friedrich Hayek, who once argued that money should not be controlled exclusively by governments. Instead, it should be shaped by free. That's exactly what GCV represents, a shared agreement on value that bypasses the chaos of competing currencies and policies. Over the past few years, Pi Network's core team and community have invested their time not in hype, but in infrastructure and education. And that foundation became even clearer during the Token 2049 event, where the Pi core team revealed powerful new tools, decentralized exchanges, automated market maker liquidity pools, and token creation systems. More than 60 decentralized apps have already integrated GCV pricing into their platforms. These apps aren't just experiments, they're real spaces where merchants and creators exchange goods and services using Pi at the agreed GCV reference value of $314,159 per Pi. This number isn't random. It's a collective consensus designed to stabilize transactions and protect the economy from wild speculative swings that have destroyed trust in other crypto ecosystems. Right now, these tools are operating on the Pi testnet, allowing developers to experiment, mint tokens, design liquidity pools, and build ecosystems. But once everything transitions to the mainnet, we could see something the world has never experienced before, a global, people-powered digital economy that runs on shared trust in value, not on central authority. Of course, skepticism is natural. Some people hear these numbers and think, this sounds too good to be true. And that's a fair reaction. What Pi Network is attempting has never been done in human history. Creating a unified global currency from the ground up is a monumental task. There will be challenges, regulatory hurdles in some countries, the difficulty of maintaining true global consensus, the time needed to shift people away from speculative mindsets, and the technical complexity of scaling a network this large. But here's what makes Pi different. While most crypto projects rush to launch, Pi has spent over 6 years building its foundation first. Governments like Thailand's didn't endorse it on a whim. Vietnamese businesses didn't integrate it because of hype. They did it because the groundwork is real. This isn't just a crypto story anymore. It's a story about how ordinary people are shaping the future of money. For too long, the power to create and control currency has been held by institutions. But digital economies don't have to be led by Wall Street or central banks. They can be led by communities, pioneers who have believed in a shared vision and kept building even when the world wasn't paying attention. Today, tens of millions of verified Pi users form a network unlike anything before. They're not just speculators, they're merchants, builders, dreamers, and everyday people. And together, they're proving that money's real power comes not from speculation but from consensus, trust, and purpose. The world is shifting. Governments are starting to see it. Businesses are integrating it. The infrastructure is being built piece by piece. Block by block. So I'll leave you with this question, are you paying attention? Because while most are distracted by short-term hype, something historic is taking shape. If this opened your eyes to what's happening with Pi Network and GCV, hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe a people-powered global currency can work? Because the future of money isn't being decided in secret meetings anymore, it's being built in the open, by millions of people, together.